everybody, I'm Kelly Mataure. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I don't even know what to say anymore. Welcome myself also back to my channel. I haven't been here in so long. Hi guys, hi. I hope everybody's doing well. Today's the 15th of February 2026. I cannot even remember the last time I posted a video. It's been like, I don't know, years probably. But I don't want to rush and say I'm back now, but I'm kind of just testing the waters. I've really just been feeling the urge to put a video out, and it's been ages since I've done it. I have procrastinated it since the beginning of the year, but I was just like, you know what, let me just sit down, put the camera on, get to filming. I want us to chit chat. I want to talk a little bit about why I stopped posting on YouTube and whether I'm back now. Am I back now? Is this goodbye? We're going to get into all of that in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Now, I just wanted to sit down and have a real conversation with y'all. I'll be honest with you guys about why I haven't been here. Nothing super dramatic or anything, but I just wanted to share some of the feelings that I've been having about YouTube and why I haven't been here in so long. It's just been, I think it's been years probably since I've posted consistently, and a lot of things have changed since I first started my YouTube channel. I started my channel like in the 2020, like in the height of COVID, and I mean, I was in Chimani then, and now things have changed. I'm not living in Harare. A lot of things look different, but I thought I'd come here and explain to you guys why, because I owe you that. I've always absolutely loved my audience, yeah? I love all those who I'm in touch with on Instagram and on Twitter, and here on YouTube, people still posting comments on my videos even till today, and I absolutely love that. And I felt I owed it to my peeps, my community, to just share a little bit about why I went a little bit dark, and a little bit of what it might look like going forward. I know whenever I post videos drinking something, people start hyperventilating a little bit because they'll be trying to see if I'm going to spill it. Calm down. It's okay. I'm not going to spill my coffee. Okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'll be very careful because I get very expressive as I talk. And, you know, watching back and like, as I'm editing the video, even I'm like, So I'm going to try very hard not to move too much and get through this cup of coffee without burning myself. So here goes. So one of the first reasons why I stopped posting as much, and this one is completely superficial, honestly, is because I didn't like my camera quality. You know, my phone is a little bit older. My videos weren't looking as good. You know, in the day and age of like really crisp HD footage, I really didn't like the quality that I was producing on my phone. And I was kind of in between that, okay, do I upgrade to a better phone or should I get a new camera? So I'm kind of in that in between. So because of that, I'd film a bunch of videos. Like I filmed so many videos in between now and the last one that you saw that just never saw the light of day because I'm like, I don't like the camera. And you guys already know I hate editing. So I'm like, I'm editing footage I don't like. So honestly, it was completely superficial. And to be honest, no one in my audience has ever complained. My camera quality has been awful over the years, but no one has ever complained a single day. And I love that and appreciate that. But I don't know, I just kind of got in my head because I think I was playing the comparison game, seeing the quality of the content that's out there now and looking at the kind of quality that I can produce. I kind of got into my own head about it and I just stopped posting. I think even on Instagram, I hardly post any pictures. I hardly post any stories. I hardly share at all. And that's one of the reasons why, because I just didn't like how the content was looking. So I mean, it's probably a dumb excuse, but I think in this day and age, it's pretty valid. I mean, no one wants to watch grainy, blurry content, right? So I just figured, let's just put a pause on the whole content creation thing until I figured out what I want to do in terms of upping the quality. The second thing is, I don't know, I think as I've gotten older, I think I've just become a little bit more private. And oh my gosh, I'm not going to be one of those influencers who's like, my privacy. It's not even about that. But as a chronic oversharer, and you guys know I'm an oversharer because I've shared a lot of business on this channel that I had no business sharing. But that's me naturally. I share. So I was kind of now in the weird space of, okay, what is okay for me to share now, and what do I kind of want to keep to myself? Like I don't know. It was kind of in that weird space of like, oh look, the world is a weird place. And actually, on my third point, I'll tell you now why I actually started becoming more private. I just didn't know what aspects of my life I wanted to put out here and what I didn't. When I first started, I shared about everything, absolutely everything, and I had no issues with it. And then now leading on to my third point, I started getting a little bit weird about a lot of people seeing things. I don't know, honestly, I hope this is making sense, but when I first started my channel, I enjoyed posting on YouTube because I get my joy from expressing myself. So from me getting it out there, that is my joy. So I've never been someone who's really been super, super focused on like feedback or what do people think or what's people's opinion on the things that I've shared. That never really used to bother me, to be honest. Like, great. I mean, I love interacting and I love the comments and everything, but it never really bugged me. So it was also, it was good in the sense that it made it hard for people to dictate my content because I would post whatever I feel like posting and I didn't care. Because to me, I'm sitting in my room, I'm talking to myself, it's okay. But I think as my channel kind of started to grow and like people I know started watching my content, I don't know, like it just started feeling a little bit weird. Like I can share confidently because I assumed I'm talking to myself. It's just me talking to myself, and then a couple of people will watch it, and that's okay. But I think and honestly, this sounds so ungrateful, and I hope it doesn't come across that way. But like as my channel started to grow a little bit and gain a little bit of traction, I was also like, oh my gosh, now I became really self-conscious and I became really shy. Like, oh my gosh, can people actually watching my content? Like, what do I do? Like, what do I share? What's okay to say? What's not okay to say? And this is 100% a me problem. The chronic overthinker in me just overthought myself to death. And I got into analysis paralysis of like, oh, what if so and so's watching? Like, what do they think about that? So that's the thing. Like, I started to care about what people thought about my content. Not that I didn't care at all, but I started to care to the point where I would record something and I'm like, but what are people going to think? Let me hide it back. And then I didn't also want to put out content that's not authentic to me. So I've had to like talk to myself and remind myself that, look, it doesn't have to look a particular way. I am who I am, and that's okay. And I'm kind of trying to I'm still trying to navigate what I'm okay with sharing and what I'm not okay with sharing, and being okay with the fact that some people are going to see it, some people are going to have opinions on it, and that's okay. It shouldn't affect me. I think I also just really got caught up in like, I'm working full time. I've got 2 kids now. I'm living in a very busy city. It's a lot hectic. I had a lot more nothing going on before, to be honest. So I had more room to create and edit and da 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 da. But now I've just been like, it's go go go. I constantly feel like I'm chasing my tail between work, my kids, church, my husband, my family, my friends. I've just felt like I've been pulled in a million directions, and I didn't have an opportunity to get back to doing what I really love, which is creating content and expressing myself. I've been praying about it a lot, and I just keep feeling the urge like, okay, go back to it. But I don't know what that's gonna look like. And it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. The next thing that I really got into my own head about was comparison. And oh my gosh, like guys, I always say comparison is a thief of happiness, and that's exactly what happened to me. So I'd look at other content creators putting out this beautiful, polished, just the gorgeous content coming out of them and around the world. And to be honest, it's a fantastic thing. I absolutely love it. I see so many people. There's so many content creators in the space that I absolutely love and adore, and a lot of who I've got to meet in person and I'm inspired by, and I love them. And part of me just looked at it like, oh my gosh, the content is so polished. It's like the editing is so and I'd look at myself and I'd be like, I feel like an amateur. I feel like I'm just I became so insecure. I felt like, okay, but why would someone watch my content when there's brilliant content like so and so's and so and so's, and they're out there killing it and they're doing all these fancy cuts and these fancy edits? I've always said to myself, I mustn't compare myself to someone else, and someone's race is someone's race. But I'm a human, you know what I mean? Like I just kind of, and by the way, all of this is nothing that anyone has ever said to me. This is just me in my own head, getting in my own way, and honestly, I've had to really pull myself out of it to say, look, I am who I am. My content is going to look like whatever it looks like. I'm releasing myself from the pressure of creating perfect content or wanting it to look as amazing as whatever, because I've come to the point where I want to go back to doing YouTube for the reason why I started doing it in the first place, which is creating a platform where I can express myself in real time, the things I'm going through, documenting my journey, documenting my life. Like, I look back at my old videos and I'm like, wow, Kelly was so brave. I just used to do all these things and I loved it, and I missed that version of myself because I just didn't care. You know, I would show whatever, show things as they are, and I didn't care. I didn't care what people thought. And I want to get back to being that person that cares a little bit less about what people think. I always want to just show up as myself. I don't want to come off as a knockoff version of anyone else. And I can never be anyone else but myself. So I'm choosing to lean into who I am again. I want to go back to just sharing things because I want to share them. And I don't, not that I ever did, but I want to focus less on things like, okay, but how does it look? What about the views? What about this? What about that? Like, I want to get out of my own way and get out of my own head. You know, I remember when I first started my very, very first YouTube video that I posted, I remember seeing 50 views and I just felt like this is the height of fame. I have arrived because it meant so much to me to see that, okay, people are actually watching my content. And I was a little bit surprised, like, what is it? I mean, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not someone who's like rich and showing off all these cool things. I'm just not that person. I'm just me, and I can't be anyone else. And I love that I was unapologetic about being myself. So that's one thing I can always give you my word about. I always just want to show up as myself. I can't be anyone else. So as a result of that, I have to care a little bit less about what I put out there, because I do enjoy putting out content. I do enjoy putting out videos. I do enjoy interacting with people. I need to care a little bit less and about what it looks like, what I sound like, what I look like. You know, I put on a lot of weight, and that's okay. You guys have watched my weight yo-yo over the years, and I just never cared. And I'm grateful that I've always had a community of followers and people who watch my content who've just never cared, who've always been supportive, and I just have always been amazing. And I don't take it for granted, and I love that. And I look forward to engaging in that way again. Okay, so let's talk about what things are going to look like going forward. So I'm not going to say, I'm back, because I say, I'm back, and then I disappear for 3 years. So I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to say is, I'm looking to put out more content more often. I'm not going to say what more often is, because goodness knows I've done that in the past and I've let you guys down. So I'm not going to do that. But I do want to go back to posting regular content. Now, my content has changed over the years. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to release people who followed my content for a particular reason and aren't getting that anymore. I'm releasing you. So for example, there's a lot of people who followed me because they enjoyed my content when I was in the mountains and when I was out in nature. My goodness, I missed it too. Like, I used to love it, and I wish I could do it again. But my life has changed. Okay, I'm now living in the big city, and unfortunately, I don't have the beauties of my mountains at my disposal and right at my front door like I used to. So if you joined because you loved watching my content, specifically when I was in Chimanimani, things have changed and I release you. You can unsubscribe with my whole blessing. You can absolutely, no love lost. It is okay. I used to travel a lot more then. I still want to do travel content for sure when I do travel. But if you join specifically for Chimanimani, I'm so sorry. Things are going to look so different now. But I release you with love, and that is okay. In terms of content with my kids, I don't know how I feel about it yet. Looking back at my old videos, I absolutely love seeing, like, documenting, like the way I documented what everyday life was like when my kids were small, when Mali was a baby, when Aya was a baby. Like, I know how people feel about all the internet and kids these days, and rightfully so, right? But like, I've always loved the fact that this is something that long after I'm gone, my kids, my grandkids can always look back at and have a link and see what life was like for me during that season. So I don't know, I might show my kids, I might not, maybe a little bit less of them, maybe not. The other thing is, if you join my channel because of vlogs, right, you may want to step out as well, because I don't know how many more vlogs I can do, because that's the other thing, that's the other reason why I stopped posting, because I wasn't doing fun stuff. So because I wasn't doing fun stuff, I felt I didn't have interesting enough content for vlogs. You know, like, why do you want to watch me vlogging, being inside my house all day, every day? Like, that's so boring. To me, anyway. But you might see a little less vlogs. And I think vlogs would put me under pressure, because I'm like, oh, it needs to be super nice. I need to be going somewhere super cool. But that's not the case. If you do want vlogs, it might still just be boring everyday stuff, and if you're here, you have to be okay with that. So yeah, if you're into like super interesting vlogs, super satisfying, again, this is not the channel for you. You are welcome to unsubscribe, because that's okay. I think everybody must get exactly what they signed up for, and if you didn't sign up for a lot of sitting down content, that's okay. I release you with love. And then I do, of course, you know, I've always been super passionate about marriage and premarital counseling and godly marriage. You know how important my faith is to me. That will always be a constant on my channel, so I can assure you of that. People who get triggered by marriage content, not that I want to isolate you, but I'm just really passionate about it. I enjoy speaking about it. So if you feel that it's not your cup of tea, you might want to unsubscribe too, because I do want to share things that I love and things that I'm passionate about, the nuggets that I pick up along the way, my mistakes. You know, I'm always happy to share my mistakes and to share the lessons that I've learned. So if it's going to be triggering for you, or maybe it's just not your cup of tea, that's okay as well. Y'all, I release you. Now, in terms of the people who might want to stick around, I feel the Lord has been pushing me to post more content about my faith and the journey that I've walked with Him, which is very scary to me. I've always been afraid to do that, but I think now is the time. So you're going to see a lot more faith-based content. You are still going to see travel content as well. I still do love traveling. I still love trees. I still love nature. I still love camping as well, which we still do quite often. So I may take you guys along with some of these journeys. But basically what I want to do is I want to provide a wholesome and authentic platform where I can just share the things I enjoy. Because believe it or not, I really love posting content on YouTube. Specifically YouTube. Honestly, TikTok and Instagram, I don't know. I think I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, because I feel like when you're posting on TikTok and Instagram, you have to be extremely clear about your niche, because it's short form content. What exactly are you about? What exactly do you talk about? And you have to drill down on that. And that boxing of myself is the reason why I've never liked posting on TikTok and Instagram, because I just, like, you know, you guys know my videos. I'm all over the place. I talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? So how do I make a 30-second version of this? So I just stopped posting everywhere as a result. And then I realized, you know what? I actually have free will. I can post wherever I want to, in whatever form I want to. So I'm like, you know what? I like long form content. I'm going back to YouTube. So this is probably one of the only places you're going to be able to find me. Yeah, you might see me here and there on Instagram, might bump into you on the streets and on TikTok, you know, baby. But generally, you're going to only find my content here, because I do love YouTube. I'm an OG YouTube girly, and it's just what I'm comfortable with for now. So this is what we're going with. I'm also going to post a lot about, of course, things like family values. That's always very important to me. My kids are getting older, parenting. I never talk too much about parenting, because I always feel like I'm like, oh, it's a lot. And I've always felt really insecure about my parenting and my mothering, and you know, my friends know this, and they know it's always like a sore topic for me. But I'm kind of a little bit stepping into my own a little bit more and becoming a little bit more confident in my parenting journey. Mali is now 6, turning 7. Can you believe it? Aya is 3, she's turning 4 in April. And I'm kind of getting used to, I know, right, a little bit late, but kind of getting used to being a parent, and like the values I want to instill in my kids, and like how I'm raising my kids as well in this crazy world of ours. So you might see a little bit of content on that too. So let's see how it goes. I've been talking for ages and ages. My coffee's almost gone cold. So I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone who supported my channel, not just like in recent years, but from the very beginning. My OGs, you know yourselves, from the first days. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon and more often. And yeah, take what I said seriously. If you want to unsubscribe, if this is no longer your cup of tea, 100% mwah. I love you. Thank you so much for the good times we've had, and that's okay. But if you are sticking around, or if you are seeing me for the first time, I want to know more about what this random woman is rambling on about, please feel free to like this video and subscribe down below, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Bye.